Mercifully, the first season of Disney Star Wars Ahsoka series has finally come to an end. And the season finale, which some people allowed themselves to get hyped up for and thought, oh my gosh, it's going to reveal so much, ended up being a massive disappointment and underwhelming to so many people. Pretty much standard for Disney Star Wars. This is a series that, in my opinion, has been full of retcons, plot contrivances, really childish-like storytelling, and jangling keys that are meant to get people excited and make you tweet out something on social media. But at the end of the day, we realized from the beginning that this was not a show that was attracting a general Star Wars audience. One of the worst rated shows we've seen in Disney Star Wars history. The only thing it premiered better than was Andor, way below Book of Boba Fett, Mando Season 3, and almost half as many viewers as something like the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. That then got confirmed with the Nielsen ratings. But when you look at this show in general, I do think it was made for fans of the animated shows, fans of Star Wars Rebels specifically, which unfortunately is a show that came out on Disney XD. The audience size for that, even though I'm not going to say there's not passionate fans out there, there certainly are passionate Rebels fans out there, but that audience is significantly smaller than the general Star Wars audience, and it left a lot of people wondering what the fuck is going on and why should I care about these characters. And in the process, just some of the things that they did in this series was, one, turn Sabine Wren into a Jedi. This is a pointless, stupid retcon that only serves to further the Force's female narrative at Lucasfilm. For those people that thought Dave Filoni was some kind of different guy, that he wasn't down with that messaging, you could not have been more wrong. You've always been wrong about that. You might have just not realized it till now, even though I've been saying it for a long fucking time. Sabine could have been a perfectly cool character all by herself by being a Mandalorian, but no, they needed to make this character who was never Force sensitive, never had any access to the Force. She was around multiple Jedi for years, never realized that she had any potential in the Force until Ahsoka came along and decided to train her after all these things happened. And of course, by the end of the episode, even though she couldn't use the Force at all, in a life or death situation, she's able to pull her lightsaber to her to save her, and then push Ezra across a massive gap to try to get him to this ship. It's stupid and pointless. It is absolutely a retcon just to have another strong, powerful woman in Star Wars. Thank you, Dave Filoni. What about the character of Thrawn? Thrawn, who is a character that was incredible in the expanded universe, and I'm going to get to more about the EU in a little bit. The expanded universe, which Disney Star Wars decided to throw out in the trash, threw it in the dumpster, and they've been picking at the carcass because they're out of good ideas. They're out of original ideas. Dave Filoni brought this character into Rebels, drug it out from the expanded universe garbage pit, and decided to make it his own. He changed that character. He turned the character from one of the most intellectual, superior villains we've ever seen into a Scooby-Doo type villain. And guess what? Live action, he's exactly the same. I don't know how anyone that's just watching this that doesn't understand that Thrawn's supposed to be a genius would figure that out. He continues to make dumb decision after dumb decision. If you want to get a breakdown on some of that stuff, go watch the latest review I put out over on RK Outpost Live. I've been breaking down some of these episodes. Episode 8 just goes to show. You could have made some excuses before. Episode 8 shows he's just fucking retarded in Disney Star Wars, because that's what they do. They take things that were great in Star Wars in the past, and they destroy them, whether it's George Lucas's creations or whether it's creations from the expanded universe. And speaking of that, that's the setup that seems very likely at the end of this season. A lot of people were very disappointed. They did almost none of the reveals of these big mysteries that they built up throughout the course of the season. One of those was Balon and what's calling to him. A lot of people feel it has something to do with the Mortis gods, which was confirmed at the end of this episode, but that specifically Abeloth might be involved. For those of you that don't know, Abeloth, again, is a creation of the expanded universe to build off the lore that had been established in Clone Wars with the Mortis gods. And what do you know? Instead of, telling an original story like they said they wanted to do, they're gonna probably take something from the expanded universe, bastardize it, make it work, and expect everybody to pat them on the back for it. Well, I have been bitching about this from the beginning. If you're gonna throw it away, then throw it away. Don't sit there and pick up pieces of something or use this name or use this character, even though though it's not the original story, even though it's far inferior and it's a bastardized version of that thing that someone loves and expect them to care about it. There might be some people that are down for that are so desperate for sloppy fucking seconds from Dave Filoni. They might get excited for something like that. But there's also a lot of expanded universe fans like myself that are not down for something like that. All in all, these are just a couple of the things that really drove me nuts about even the season finale of Ahsoka. But mercifully for now, it is over. And I get it. There's a small hardcore group of fans out there, the Rebels fans, the people that watch Rebels, that does not align with the general Star Wars community. A lot of people have no idea who these characters are, why they should fucking care about them at all. And to be honest, beyond that, just the show as a standalone property, it just seems like the level of writing is truly at a childish, cartoonish-like level. When you watch some of these last several episodes, it really stands out when they can't rely on some of these cameos and things like that. Dave Filoni is not the guy who should be writing a character like Thrawn, but the show did serve its purpose. Female empowerment, get another strong female Jedi Mandalorian in there, and of course show us that Ahsoka is one of the most important characters in Star Wars history, at least in the mind of current iteration Lucasfilm and Dave Filoni, even though she was never meant to be that. But hey guys, the Force is female and will continue to be as long as Disney controls Star Wars. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.